So now Google Scholar is the three main platform that we are going to discuss: Scholar, Scopus, and Web of Science. Google Scholar is a free accessible search engine for all the scholarly articles or literature we have. It's a free online service. Same thing with Scopus and Web of Science as well. They are bibliographic data set databases, and they are, some of their services are free and some of their services are subscription based. So that's why I just noted down that this is subscription based, but not all of the services are subscription based. Some of the services, they are free as well. So we'll go through one by one. So Google Scholar. In Google Scholar profile, creating is one of the easiest one. Just if you have your Gmail account, if you have your Google account, just go to your Google account. Okay, log into your Google account, and then just go to this link, scholar.google.com, and you will be automatically registered into Google Scholar. Then you can click into my profile. Okay, and initially, for example, if you have never accessed Google Scholar, then it won't be there. In that case, you have to just like give permission to this particular application, Google Scholar, that they can utilize your Gmail data. Okay. Then now, once you open this one, so it will show you all your publication, whatever you have published in till now, since the beginning of your research. So all the articles it will show. And at the same time, it will also show you how many citation you got for each of these articles. And it will usually rank by the number of citations. So for example, I have highest citation for this article. So this is on the top. It was published in 2021, but it has highest citation. So that's why it's on the top. If you want to organize it by years, for example, let's say you want to see how many you have published in the last particular year. So for example, in 2023, I have only 3 articles. In 2022, I have around 10, 12 articles here, 18, I think. So it will show you those in the decreasing order. Okay, increasing order since the beginning of time, when did you start your research. It also shows you the total number of citation you got across your articles, all the articles, okay, and in the last few years, okay. And then H index, I10 index. I10 index means here how many articles have the index of, or at least 10 citations. So if you see here, 20 articles, a few more articles which has more than 10 citations. So till here. So it is counting that many articles. This particular index, I10 index, is only specific to Google Scholar. It's not widely known index, so you shouldn't be worried about this particular index. Most important here, the more important is H index. We'll discuss H index in the next few slides. Okay, so this is the important part here, that you can see your section, you can see how many articles you have published. You can add authors as well who has published with you. You can, like, for example, this particular author has published with me, so I can just add him to my profile just by clicking this one, and this particular author will be added to my profile here, somewhere here. Okay. Then next thing is adding articles. So for example, let's say if you publish new articles and which is not showing here, so you can just add that article here. Okay, so for example, this article was not there, or even like these articles are not mine, but it is showing these articles because someone by my name has this or short name has this article published. Okay, most of my articles, they are here in profile. So it will be showing that one. And then you can search through it. You can also search through a particular topic. For example, let's say I usually published in machine translation or artificial intelligence. So I can just search that particular topic and find my article, or artificial intelligence, just whatever the topic you publish, just go through. Even here, for example, let's say it's showing so many articles here. Okay, what you can do that if you know the complete, of course, you will be knowing the complete title of your article. So just type the complete title of your article or your research, whatever you have published, and search. And if it is indexed somewhere, it will show here, and then you can add that to your profile. Okay. Then another important thing here is that, for example, let's say, not this one. This is a good one. Okay. So for example, let's say I want to remove an article from my, by mistake, if you've done that, for example, let's say this one. Okay. I have to do correction here because the name is wrong here. Title of the article is wrong. So you can delete it from here. When you will delete it, okay, it will go to the trash. Okay, and then you can restore from here. or delete forever, so that it won't appear in your profile if you do this one. If you restore back into your profile. Okay, this is one thing. And another thing is, for example, let's say I have this article, but the title of that or that particular article is wrong. This one, right? So you can edit this article title. For example, the should have been this one, and then you can edit, and the title should be this one. It was a book article, so that's why it's showing something like this. And then just go here in a particular category, whether it was a book article or whether it was, sorry, this was journal article. Okay, so then you can just publish, like make addition the editor, and then it will be added to your profile. The art and the new name will be there in your profile. Okay, and anything else? Adding articles, then adding edit co-authors. Just search by the author by name. For example, let's say if you edit someone by mistake, you want to remove him, you can just click this button and it will be removed from here. Okay. Anyone has any question on Google Scholar? You can create your own library here as well to to keep data like record of the publication. Let's say, for example, you're reading some research and you want to add that you want to read that later. You have read some part of it, so you can just add those to your library, and then later on you can or start reading from there. Yeah. So optimizing, how we can optimize. One thing actually I missed, that is keywords. You can edit your profile. For example, just click this edit button, and then affiliation you can easily edit here. You can edit. Okay, you can also make it profile visible. For example, public profile. Look, if I remove this article, this tick mark, then my profile will be visible to only me. It won't be visible to anyone else. Okay. So if, like, for example, let's say you are still adding some of the information in your profile and then you don't want to make it public till now. So just you can remove this particular tick mark and then it will be visible to you only and save it. Another thing is this areas of interest. These are the in which you do research. So just make it, you can write maximum 5 topics here. Okay. So just all the 5 topic, they should be separated by comma. So just select them according to your research interest in or whatever the topic you are doing research, just add them here. Another advantage of having these topics here is, for example, let's say I want to see who is top in fintech research. Okay, just click on this particular article. Oh, sorry, this particular link, and then you will see how many people are there in fintech and who are working, who has the highest citation, who is the most famous one. And then, for example, you want to see their profile, just click their name, see their article or research they are currently working on. Maybe you are interested in those kind of research, and then you can contact that particular guy or person if you want to collaborate with him or her. Okay, so these are some feature of Google Scholar and optimization as well, because just the thing is that right keywords must be there in your research interest, because that makes you can say your profile visible to others who are working in the similar research group. Second is Scopus
Excuse me,
profile.
doctor. I have a question
Yes, please.
regarding Google Scholar. Can
Yeah.
you link your ORCID account to your Google Scholar?
ORCID account? No.
Like, for example,
Google.
in the homepage, because you showed us a
Yeah.
homepage in the profile. If you can just go
Mhm.
back there under profile. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, if you, yeah, if you click on that pen, for example, because I saw a homepage under profile.
Okay. My profile. This will show me
Yeah,
my profile.
yeah. Can you
Okay.
click on your pen? I just want to clarify if that can be possible. Yep.
Where? Where? This one?
After your name, there is a pen icon. Yeah, just at the
Yeah,
bottom, there
yes.
is homepage.
This one, this is your website, or you can just link here. Yes,
Yeah,
that there you can link. Yes,
that's
of
my
course.
question. Can I like click and paste, copy and paste the ORCID
Yes, of
account
course, of
there?
course, of course, of
Oh,
course. You can
okay.
do that.
I
This is
can
your
do that.
public record on Orchid. So just you can
Hmm.
copy from here and paste it in this one.
In Google. All right. All right. Thank you.
Yes, you
Thank
can
you.
do that.
Thank you.
Sorry. Here, you can add it. Okay, so you can add and save it. Orchid actually is applicable in all like all the data sets or databases. So the second one is Scopus. In Scopus also is just like again any other website. Just go to the Scopus website, you register with your username and password. But just the thing is that make sure that whatever email you are providing, you are keeping it with your latest affiliation. For example, here I use login ID, common login ID in my profile. So that's why you will see Shahnawaz only in login ID. But you can add other, for example, I have added Bahrain Polytechnic here. How many articles you have, you can just click edit your profile, add as many emails as you want. Or the important thing here is this is just the record of you, whatever you have done, or like the articles which I have published, and they are articles you can say indexed in Scopus. Okay, so it's a record of that. The important thing here, which we'll be using in our DARE support, that Bahrain Polytechnic support, is that the article it should be the journal in which you are publishing. It should be indexed in Scopus or Web of Science, at least one of those databases. Okay, so for example, if you want to search whether your research area, for example, let's say I want to publish in, let's say, artificial intelligence. How many journals are there in artificial intelligence which are and listed in Scopus? So just you can just select from here artificial intelligence or whatever topic you are doing, and then it will show you the articles. Then, for example, we have area that if it is in Q1, Q2, Q3, so you will get a different kind of support. So you can just select it from here, first quartile. So this is Q1. So now it will show you, or when you do refine the results, so it will show you the journals which are in Q1 only. Similarly, for example, you want to check Q2 as well, Q3, Q4, or for example, you just want only the top 10%. Okay, so only top 10%. So you can just click on this one and see that which journals are there in the top 10% and go there and identify, like just see the area in which you are publishing, whether it matches, and then you can try this particular journal. Same thing, you can, well, there are different type of search. You can do search by title, you can do by publisher, you can do by ISSN number. For example, let's say you found one journal, that's this one, okay, and you want to make sure whether this particular journal is there or not. So just you use this ISSN, come here in the search and type here, and then find whether this particular journal is here or not. Okay, so any journal which you are, sometime what happened, why this is important, sometime what happened that Scopus keep updating their database, and some journals which are in Scopus database, let's say this year, they are excluded because of some malpractice or some bad thing they have done. Let's say like unethical publication they have accepted. So in that case, Scopus remove them from their database. But the journals just want, let's example, it is not visible till 1 year at least in the SJR ranking. So journal want to encash that particular time amount and publish as many article as possible and gain some money for each article. For example, say they start charging, let's say $50, $100, $500 for each article to be published there. And they start publishing anything there. So in that case, before you submit your article to any journal, just make sure whether it is here indexed or not. So just copy the ISSN number from there and then start searching here whether that particular journal is a valid Scopus index journal or not. So that's the most important part of this article. Let's say you want to make sure you have published some research already, and you're not sure whether your name or profile is already in the Scopus database or not. So you can just go to author search option. Okay, just type the name which you have used in your article. Okay, your affiliation, for example. Though this is not important, affiliation, because let's say, or you can search by ORCID ID as well. As I said, that ORCID ID is common among all the research sources. And you can just search. So in this case, it will show me all the people who are by this particular name. And then it will show us who is on the where. Okay, so this is my profile and I have this many articles, so you can see your profile from there. So, and then in that case, for example, if you got your profile here, then you can modify, you can add more articles to it just by doing some editing in your profile. Okay.
So, doctor,
Yeah.
so unlike Google Scholar, in which we have to create our own profile, to have a Scopus presence, you don't have to. As long as if you have published in a Scopus Index journal, it is presumably that your name is in the database. Am I right?
Yes. Because, for example, when we publish anything, so those people, they will be using your email ID, whatever you have given in your research article. Okay. And they will be using your name and affiliation for submitting your record or the record of that particular paper into Scopus. Now, Scopus will search if your name is already there in their database. So it will add that particular paper to your database. If it is not there, so it will just create one, you can say, profile or record for you in their database. Okay, though you will not be able to do your profile editing and everything, but at least it will show the name, your name and articles, that how many articles. For example, here, let's say, let's someone with one or two article, for example. Okay, here, for example, most probably this person did not log in into this one. Okay, and he has only two articles with this name, so you can see what last article is there for him. That's different theory, but for example, if it was your profile, you can just click on it and you will be able to see the articles. There are some articles, but then you have to reset your profile to make sure that you have this is probably mine again. No. Okay. So it will show you that how many articles or documents you have along your name, and then you can create your profile with that particular email by resetting the password, and then you will be able to add more documents to your profile. Okay.
And how long does it usually take for your name to be added in the database after publication?
As soon as the publisher, for example, let's say my article got accepted today in a journal, for
Mhm.
example, or in a conference. So usually it takes 2 to 3 months, by the maximum 3 months, by the journal publisher or by the, let's say, the organizer who has organized the conferences. So by them, at least it take maximum 3 months to send the record or publication to these sources, Scopus or Web of Science or any other IEEE Explore. Okay, so that is the maximum time usually they take. And if someone lazy, I can't say something about that, but this is the maximum time in journal they take. That maximum 3 months, and your article will be indexed.
Okay.
So let's go back to our presentation. Okay, so profile, that's Scopus related information. You can, just like any other website, there is option for editing your profile. Go there, just write your affiliation, add your emails. For example, usually it happens that, let's say, I joined Polytechnic now, and then let's say, or someone else, I was in some other university a few years back. So I have that affiliation in Scopus, but when I joined Polytechnic, so then I have to add a Polytechnic affiliation. Sometimes it takes time to sync the data from old university to new university, or from old affiliation to new affiliate. So in that case, also just you log in with your old email ID and password, whatever user ID you are using, and then first add the new affiliation there with the new email ID, verify that one, and then it will sync automatically within few days. And you can also contact them as well if you are facing any difficulty. For example, let's say there are some articles. It also happens in case, yeah, one important thing in Scopus, what happens, that if you are using more than one email ID, let's say, for example, you were in a different university few years back, now you are in Bahrain Polytechnic. So you have published some article with the old city, and now you are publishing more article with Bahrain Polytechnic. So now there will be two profile on Scopus. One, because let's say different people, they have added, when you publish with the old university or old affiliation, they have added your profile or your article on Scopus. So your old affiliation is already there, or already the articles you have published with them, they are already there. Now you are publishing with Polytechnic, so this will also create a new profile. If you don't create yourself, so you create a new profile. So what you can do, through the author search option, you can search the people by you. That's why I was saying that is their affiliation is not important. For example, here from the author search, you just search your user first name and last name. Okay, and then you can have more than one profile listed here. For example, I already merged mine, so otherwise I would have. Okay, so here it can show more than one profile here for you. For example, one with the old university, one with the new university. So you can just request them to give you a single file. Okay, maybe I have the alt record. Let me search. It's not showing. Request. Oh, sorry, this thing. Here, if you see, like some people, they added my profile. Okay, here by this one, then this one, then this one, then this one. More than one people, they added the research paper and they use my different email ID, which I was using in Scopus. So I have more than one profile here. Okay, even more here as well. There are 8 or 9 profile. So now you can just ask them through the author search or through author feedback option. Here, there's a feedback option here in the author. There's a author feedback wizard. From here, you can just start come on, like searching your profiles and then merging them together. Just you can request from there that you want to merge your profiles together. Okay, you can just provide the author ID there, which you have seen in the search, and then you can combine them together. So it's quite possible because in Scopus, as I told, that this is mainly done by different recorded by different people where you are publishing. So having multiple profile is quite common here. So you can merge them together here because we have less time. So I'll quickly go through the rest of the things. Web of Science creating research ID profile. And Web of Science, they have a thing called research ID profile. So it's again same as Web of Science as Scopus or Scholar profile, but it is from Web of Science. So you can go to Web of Science website, create your record there. Okay. And then once you do the registration, it will show your profile here. Okay, all the articles and everything you can see from there, like for example my profile, and it has other options as well. For example, your records, your publications, your review, your editing record, and other membership you have. It automatically maintain all those things as well. That means Web of Science or Clarivate, this is one collection has combined more than one services. If like some of you are aware, there was a service called ISI service was there. ISI indexing we used to use for research publication. Now it has acquired that one as well. Then Publons is they were there. That also has been acquired by Web of Science. So it is, you can say, the most common one, or you can say the most authentic one profile maintainer for research, or even the journals which are indexed in Web of Science more prestigious than any other indexing.